If I lost everything today, no brand, no audience, no content, no proven offers, and really no awareness at all, no referrals, no email list, zero momentum. If I lost it all today and I had to rebuild from completely zero, here's exactly what I would do that I wish I did a lot more when I was a solopreneur. So if you're a solopreneur, maybe you have a small team, small payroll, this video will really give you some good insight and help you, because when I first started, I did this exact model for 3 years, stacked millions in cash, and allowed me to actually grow the business further so I had more leverage. And I wouldn't just like start a course or post random videos or pick up some random funnel. There was an exact model that I used to run that, did burn me out somewhat, but I stacked a lot of bread doing it, which allowed me to then leverage the money, the leverage that I had to actually go find good team members and then start taking stuff off my back. And now I work maybe 1 to 2 hours a day, if that. And if you're like actually good at what you do and you're the guy, you're the gal, this will allow you to sign a lot of high ticket clients and get a lot of momentum without really having to guess. This puts you in a place of authority, and it's actually a really high ROAS when you run it correctly. For some of you who don't know, my name is Jason Wojo. I started my journey running really small free events, was doing a lot of one-on-one coaching with our agencies and also a lot of business owners, which I'll get into during this video. But right now we spend about $25K, $30K a day on Facebook ads, and across our whole agency, well over $500,000 a day across all the paid ad platforms that you see and you click ads from, okay? We currently service over 550 plus service providers, e-com stores, coaches, consultants, and online course and info sellers. Now, just the biggest mistakes that people make that I see is when they do start from zero, they think that they have to go on this huge like organic binge. I gotta post a bunch of content and I'll have someone randomly stumble across my video with a shitty CTA and somehow become my client, and then I gotta get on a sales call with them and I have to like persuade them and pull their teeth out to get them to buy. Or they think they gotta do cold email, right? Or they think that they have to like run a bunch of ads to an offer that has no validation yet. So there's a really quick way that I've been able to, validate offers, and it's through running in-person events. Like I'll give it to you, the meat and potatoes right now is we ran Scale Your Ads. Scale Your Ads was a free event business where we would just run free events around the country. I traveled for about 2 years straight, also did a podcast tour. I'll get into all that during this video, but this allowed me to get a bunch of leads inside of my CRM, inside of my ecosystem that knew who I was. And to this very day, we haven't ran a free event in about 2 years. We still have people who come through our booking call funnel right now and they're like, yeah, I went to your event 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I'm ready to buy now. And it's like this awareness thing. It's just an LTV snowball effect. And what I did was I ran these events on my own, and I would just sell from stage one-on-one coaching packages. Because if I'm the person speaking on stage and then I sell one-on-ones, it's a lot easier for me to sell it because I'm the person that's at the event, right? So that's what I would do. And I was selling like 4 calls with me for $29.97. And then I was doing like 8 calls for I think $39.97. And people would just come to the stage, I'd sign them up, congratulate them, and then I would dip, right? And we used to run 2-day free events, and then we went to 1-day free events, and then we went to paid, and then we stopped running them because I had a team around me. I had a bigger sales team. I didn't have to be the one pitching from stage. I just had to be the one on video that was getting us lead flow. Now, the whole like, I need more content, I need more followers, I need a brand people can trust. Like, yeah, those things are important, but that advice is like slow. It's slow to implement, it takes too damn long, and you need to get clients fast. Because what's the real goal? The real goal is cash flow. Okay, cash flow buys ads, cash flow buys time, and cash flow buys freedom. Okay, and also it builds systems to allow you to then replace yourself, which I didn't do a great job of in the beginning of my journey. So I would start with a simple, clear one-on-one offer, anywhere from a 2K to a 4K. And I would bundle this into a 4 to 8 week span. You do 1 call a week with people. You're the guy, you're the gal, you're the personal brand. So you're gonna have like no refunds, no chargebacks, no one giving you any problems, because you go on stage, you do a free event, automatically they're like, that's the person I need to work with, right? It's hard for you on stage to then go pitch your team. It's a lot more difficult, but when you're the person they want to get access to it, they're like, hey, he's been speaking up here for hours. Like, I want to talk to him more. As soon as I start throwing the whole, yeah, my team, they're like, who the hell's your team? You've been up here the whole time. So that's where it was an easier conversion rate for me to actually get people at these events and then do the whole one-to-one basis, and the conversion rates were stupid high. But at some point, I couldn't scale it any further, okay? And I was doing about maybe 170,000 a month, 150,000 a month, give or take, and then that's when I had to stop, right? And I did this for about 2 years, so I stacked a lot of cash, right? And there were other things that we would upsell in the back end. Clients would do the 8 weeks or 4 weeks, and they were like, hey, Wojo, just do it for me. That's when they went to the agency. I already built enough rapport, already built enough, authority to make sure that they knew that my team was good because they worked with me for 4 to 8 weeks. They were pre-framed and they were already pre-sold. All right, so that was a good upsell for us, which allowed me to build some MRR, which was deadly at the time when I was switching models. When I was switching models, going to the sales team and getting booked calls, I had MRR coming in for like 3 months until I cracked my sales call funnel. And like that was important. So it was a good upsell from like, one-to-one to then doing done for you, because even though one-on-one was great and people still got results, they still wanted me to take the reins and manage it and make sure that it was running smoothly. They wanted what we call reassurance, right? Most of the time when you're selling a one-on-one offer and then they're going to a done for you, they just want reassurance, right? As little and as silly as it sounds, that's what most people pay for, right? Like, I could take a drill and go hang up picture frames in my home, but like, let's be real, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm gonna probably maybe go too far or hit something in the back of the wall or whatever. Like, I'd rather just pay the $100 for the handyman to come over and put the same nail in the wall. He's probably gonna do it better. He's probably not gonna fuck up my house. And at the same time, he does like this whole measurement thing with this like red laser. It's fucking weird, but like, that's what you're paying for. You're paying for reassurance. Like, you could do a lot of things on your own, but in order to scale, you need people, and people give you reassurance when they actually do shit correctly. So it's a lot easier that way. And like, keep in mind, when you have this clear offer, you want to make sure that the offer actually like drives a result, right? So like mine was 4 weeks, and the first call was let's refine your offer. Second call was let's rewrite your landing page copy. Third call was let's get your video scripts ready and let's record videos. And fourth call was usually launching. And the fast action bonus at the event was you would get a fifth call that would go over your ad results and what to do moving forward. That fifth call was just an upsell call. Yeah, I gave them tactical feedback on, hey, you could take this on your own and do X, Y, and Z with your ads. Here's what I'm seeing. But a lot of them on the call were like, can you just fucking do it for me? So that was the whole fast action bonus around the offer, was they wanted that call of reassurance even after they launched. Because launching is exciting, but what if I'm getting results? What do I do? What if I'm not getting results? What do I do? So there were two paths, right? And you can go online and you can search up scale your ads and you'll probably find one of my free landing pages. I'll try to find one here that I can scroll through. But this is what I used to run my free events. Okay, it was 1 day or 2 day, and I would send them to this page and they would sign up for free, go through text and emails. I had a setter just call them the week of, and I would start RSVPing people. Keep in mind, this was the KPIs that I had for these free events. If I had 100 signups, okay, well, let's just go on an actual event that we had. We had about 390, 400 signups. I had about 105 people in the room. Not bad, right? Some of the events that we did based on cities, like we would get 400 signups, but 70 would show. Like, it all depended on the city. It all depended on if it was like an entrepreneurship flooded city, because let's be real, they're free events. No one's flying in for them. They're only local. I ran the ads 25 miles, 20 miles out. It was nothing that serious. And I ran the same ads every single event, just changed the top bar on the ads to the city and the date and the time, and that was really it. So if you make an ad or you have like a highlight reel of one of the events, that's what I recommend you do. Is we took a videographer, record every single event, and then it allowed me to make content like this. A lot of you were focused on making a shit ton of content, and it's like, you got scripts, you got all this stuff, but like, if you just ran a free event, that content would last you for 3 months. Like, we did so many events that I'm still to this very day posting content from free events. And it's been 2 years since I did it. Like, we ran about 25 events. I have enough content for like 6-7 years. Hope you all realize that. The only videos that I record right now are these, which are the YouTube long form, which I have to actually strategize and plan. But like, all the short form videos, they're all from like 3 years ago. And obviously I look the same. I'm 28, I was 26, 25 back then, but like, that content's still relevant now. And it goes to show you that content is not a manual game. It is how you produce it at a higher level. Like, why would you not want to run a 1-day free event? Make money at the same time, get content at the same time, and get ad content at the same time, without having to take on more payroll, more staff, all this other bullshit. It's just way easier, right? I just found a good editor, paid them 15, 20 bucks a video, and that was it. And I was off to the races. So I'll try to scroll and find you a page here where you can see the Scale Your Ads page. And then after that, it was just texts and emails, setter calls in the week of, RSVPing. And then what we did was the day before, we would send each attendee like a $5 Starbucks gift card, and we would text it to them inside of like a group chat that we made. Okay, so we would put salesperson, the setter that I had, and then the actual attendee, drop the Starbucks gift card. It's reciprocity. Hey, your coffee this morning's on us, and then they would show up to the event, right? And that was cool because reciprocity on free events does really well, just so you're aware. And then from there, it was just straight up just teaching, lunch, Q&A, and then I was selling, right? And I would always put like the sheet in front of them of what I was selling so that there wasn't like a big pitch at the end. I was like, hey, listen, like I'm just like, one of our core values here is radical transparency. If you want to buy, you buy. If you don't, you don't. No harm, no foul. I'm just here to provide you value. If you think that my help or guidance moving forward would be of value to you and your business, then do it. Okay, it's a no-brainer. So, and then during the event, you would have people hold up the sheet and be like, so what is, and they're asking buying questions. So it gave them 8 hours to process it instead of like 1 hour buy or die scenarios. Like most people pitch at events. I just don't like it. Okay, because then you're gonna get more buyers or more refunds, more people stopping, more chargebacks. I don't want to deal with that shit. If I ever get somebody, I'd be like, listen, I gave it to you for 8 hours. You had 8 hours to decide. It's not a me thing, right? I didn't pressure you. You had the sheet since 9 a.m. It's 4 p.m. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So that was a lot easier. And then as far as ad spend was concerned, basically the ad spend was about 6 to 10K per event. That's kind of the range that I was spending. So 6 to 10K to get 100 attendees. Which is about like $100 an attendee. And then basically from there, my conversion rates were about 15%. So 15% on a 3K, 45K off 10K, not bad, right? You take your cash, go home, and then you got your ascensions. So you got, let's say I had 15 people buy, about 7 to 8 of them would then go to done for you. So then 7 to 8 of them are on a $2,000 at the time, $2,000 a month for 4 more months. That's 8K for 7 people. That's another 56 grand. So I was making 100K off like 10K. And that was like just lifetime value. So it was really cool for that. And then also it was just for a brand push, like just hitting multiple cities, getting the name out there, and just consistently staying at the top of people's minds. So that's exactly what I would do if I was starting from scratch and had completely zero. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next video.